Hello and welcome. This is going to be a review of this knife. It is the Chill, Kershaw Chill. It's quite a thin knife, quite a small knife as well. We'll go into some specs first of all. The overall length is 3.9 inches or 9.9 centimeters. The blade length is 3.1 inches or 7.8 centimeters, and the cutting edge is 2.9 inches or 7.3 centimeters. Weighs in at around 2 ounces or 56 grams. So there you have it. It's quite a thin knife. It is a flipper design and it's flipper only. There's no thumb studs. Okay, so to deploy the knife, you just push down on the flipper stud kind of thing, and out flips the knife. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you need to give it a little bit of a wrist flick. That's fine. It deploys quite fast. We'll talk about the handle scales then. They are G10, albeit not a very grippy G10, but that's what they are. I'd say it's quite a smooth G10. The pocket clip, you've got tip up, tip down options. It's quite a thin pocket clip, and it doesn't ride too deep. If you see that, there's that much of the handle sticking out. As I said, the deployment is flipper only. I have tried it. You can, shake the blade out if you wish to do that. The locking mechanism, it is a Walker liner lock, as you see. You flip the blade out and then it locks into place. If you have a little peek in there, I think you can see that the liners are skeletonized, which is quite decent. Again, this liner lock, the bar is quite thin. I've never had any issues with it. I don't really think thickness, this is just my opinion, I don't really think thickness of the liner matters too much. But there you have it, it's quite thin. It's quite a thin profile blade. It's got a nice point to it. There is a bump here, which, yeah, if you've seen that Not in Fancy's video, he's gone and DIY'd some jimping there with a Dremel tool. I mean, go for it if you need to. But at the end of the day, it's quite a cheap knife. I wouldn't need to do that myself, but because it's quite comfortable as it is, and yeah, your thumb slips around a bit, but just bring your thumb back a bit. I mean, but the extra protection that flipper stud kind of offers is excellent. Your finger just fits in there, and yeah, it's quite comfortable. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of play for those who it matters, but you can always tighten up the pivot screw and things, and you can actually take it apart. They are kind of torque screws. Okay, the design of this knife, as I said, it's made by Kershaw, but the design is R.J. Martin design. It is made in China, and it does have the 8CR 13 MOV. Never had any problems with that steel. Seems to be good enough for Spyderco. They use it on their legendary Tenacious. The steel does look a little bit different on Kershaw's, and I think that's because they use some kind of treatment or bead blasting. Because if you see the profile of the edge there, that's quite satin, quite shiny, you see. And I would have thought that if they didn't treat it, the whole blade would be that polished, really. But there we go. That's just the look they go for. So we'll do some size comparisons then. So there's the Kershaw Chill. If you like length over girth, then there you go. I mean, if you like a bit of girth for a similar price, you can go for a Kershaw 1 ton. I mean, that is just you know, they're very similar knives in terms of I think in terms of blade steel. Doesn't say, but I'm not quite sure about that. I think they are. But in terms of the G10, the locks are different. Anyway, this isn't a comparison video. This is just you know, size comparison at the moment. So that's a Kershaw 1 ton. You can beef it up a bit and go for a Kershaw Skyline. Over here, it's twice as expensive as the Chill and the 1 ton, but you are getting better steel. So that's size comparison with those. We'll just do another comparison with a Spyderco Tenacious. I mean, if you already have a Tenacious and you're thinking about branching into some Kershaw knives, this is quite a useful size comparison. Here on the bottom we have a Spyderco UK PK, so it just gives you an idea of a size wise. I mean, yeah, it's probably, if I look at that, probably very similar in overall length to the UK PK. It's a lot thinner. I don't know. Probably say the UK PK just beats it on weight, but the Chill is still very light. So anyway, that's a little size comparison. One of these in the UK, I mean, it's not legal to carry because it is a locking blade. It would count as a fixed knife. The price of one of these is about £22–23, and I think that's quite reasonable. I mean, it's cheaper than a lot of other knives that use the same steel. It's fun to play with and to flip out, I suppose. And for £23, I think that reflects it really. I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting okay steel and G10 and a locking mechanism. You know, I mean, you're getting all the features of a knife really for £20 odd, which I think's okay value really. It is quite comfortable, mainly because of the flipper guard there. But there we have it, the Kershaw Chill. If you have enjoyed this video in any way, please don't hesitate to comment, rate and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Take care.